Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
We have started with last session. If you remember, we have completed different types of projects and login, how to install server and how to log in into SAP, right? So we saw the huge GUI, right? What do you mean by menu bar, standard toolbar, SAP title bar, right? All what do you mean by command field, navigation menu, user defined menu, correct? Any questions out of that? How to question? Yeah, any questions here? Anyone?
sir.
All right.
No.
No.
Actually,
See here. So write down how to interact. How to interact. How to interact. How to interact application or transaction. Write down how to interact transaction or application. See, I'm using the word called transaction or application, right? Both are same. Both are same. Transaction or application, both are same. So here, okay, transaction, how to interact, transaction or application. How to in. So we are using two terminologies. One is application and transaction. Both are same. Okay. So already I have defined. So here you can see in our organization, whatever departments we have in SAP, okay, we have a number of departments in our organization, and each department will have a different activities, like procurement activity, right? Payment activities, production activities, okay, marketing, like that. Every department we will have so many activities. Okay. So SAP, in the same way, as per our departments, SAP has also delivered different departments. We call them as in modules, different modules. Okay. So how many transaction codes are there? You remember? I said
more
last
than
time.
2,000. More than 2,000.
No. Overall, I'm asking total SAP from all the modules. More than 65,000 transactions are there. Transaction codes are there. More than 65,000 transaction codes are there. Out of that, more than 1,800 transactions are there in FI module. Not in CO, only FI module. More than 1,800 transaction codes are there. If you want, you can write it down. So, okay. How many transaction codes are there? Overall, more than 65,000 transaction codes are there. And out of that, more than 1,800 transaction codes are there in FI module. And whatever 65,000 transaction codes we are talking, so those transactions are divided into three major categories. One is logistics, accounting, okay, accounting and human resources. Logistics, accounting, human resources. Okay. What do you mean by logistics? What do you mean by logistics module? What do you mean by logistics module?
It's like procurement or sourcing.
So directly or indirectly, it is related to materials or goods. Okay. Whatever logistics modules we were. Okay. So here you can see. So this you can see here. Material management, sales and distribution, logistics execution, production process, plant maintenance, customer service. Okay, directly or indirectly, which deals in goods, okay, or material, then we call it as a logistics modules. Understood? So these all are logistics modules. Clear? Understood? Okay.
Yes.
If you want to write logistics, what do you mean by logistics? Logistics are nothing but which directly or indirectly related to goods or services. The logistics module which deals in directly or indirectly goods or services. Okay. And next one, the second is accounting. And this is our cup of tea. Accounting is what we are going to do. Okay. So if you click on accounting, so here different accounting modules are there. What are they? FI, financial accounting, FSCM, financial supply chain management, controlling. These two are we are going to cover. Financial accounting and controlling. Next one, enterprise controlling, SIM, strategic enterprise management, investment management, project systems, right? Real estate management, flexible real estate management, public sector management, bank applications. So here we are going to see financial accounting, controlling, and banking applications. Okay. And these all are different modules in FI module, accounting. Okay. And third one is, okay, and human resources. Human resources, HR module. Okay. So personal management, time management, your payroll management, clear, training management, and organization. All these are related to your functional modules. All these three modules are known as a functional modules. SAP functional modules. What are the functional modules? They are divided into logistics modules, accounting module, and human resources. Again, under account logistics, we have a n number of sub modules are there. N number of modules are there. Okay. And in accounting, we have any number of modules like finance, controlling, right? Enterprise, strategic enterprise management, supply chain management, like that. And same time in human resources also, we have a different modules are there. Payment modules like a payroll module, right? Time management, your login, logouts, checking, all these travel management, everything will be there in human resources. Clear? So total how many functional, these three are considered as a functional modules. And remaining folders, the remaining folders you can see here, information systems, tools, these are called, these three are called technical modules. Information systems, tools, okay. Okay, information systems, or you can say that these are non-functional modules or technical modules. So these are nothing but, if you click, these are ABAP related, and administration is nothing but, these are nothing but ABAP, nothing but the programming will be written in this particular area, right? Administration is nothing but basis consultant. We know that, right? Technical consultants are divided into two types. One is ABAPers, another one is basis consultant. ABAPers are nothing but the consultants who write a program, right? Any questions? And who is the basis consultant who will take care of hardware part, system maintenance, server maintenance, and all those stuff. Clear? So these are non-technical, technical. Fine. Okay, same thing. What are functional modules here? What are the functional modules?
Accounting, HR, logistics.
Three, right? And what are the other non-functional or technical modules, right? So here in accounting also, accounting is a functional module. In accounting also, we have several functional modules. And again, in that financial accounting, we have a different modules. These are our area. Okay, general ledger accounting, AR, AP, banks, fixed deposits. Okay, in general ledger also. Okay, in general ledger also, we have document entry related, document related, account related, reports related, lot of things. Okay, you can see here document entry. Write down the path. write down the path. Whenever I say path, write down as it is. I'll write here. See here, path. Just write it like that. SAP menu, just write it down like this. F path, write down SAP menu. Write down SAP menu, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry, enter GL account document, enter GL account document. Okay, so this is the way we can enter. So if I want to enter document entry, how I need to go? I'll show you. This is called path or navigation. Okay, how we can enter? Okay, we need to go to SAP menu, first screen. This is called end users screen. Whenever we log into system, so first it will show SAP end user screen. SAP end users screen, first screen. So the screens are divided into two types. One is end user screen, and another one is development screen or consultant screen. So now we are, which screen we are in? SAP easy access screen. Whenever we log in into the system, so first this particular screen will be displayed. Easy access screen is whenever you are looking at easy access screen, it's nothing but it's an end user's screen. It's not a consultant screen. It is an end user's screen. So now I want to go to transaction entry application. So how can I go? Path, SAP menu. Okay. In that
Accounting, financial accounting,
Under that general ledger. Okay. Under that document entry. Under document entry, we have a enter GL account. Okay, this is called FB50 transaction code. FB50 is nothing but a transaction code or application code. FB50. Don't remember this transaction code as of now. Okay, so we will see what are the important transaction codes. I'll explain that every time. Okay. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Double click on FB50. If you double click, then company code, for example. So this is a screen, posting. This is the posting screen. Means we will post the journal entry in this. Okay. Understood? Here we will enter the journal entry, JV journal voucher, right? And here you can see the transaction code. What is the transaction code? What is the transaction code?
FB50.
FB50. Okay. These all are transaction codes, standard tree codes, standard transaction codes. Okay. These are provided by SAP standard, and this is fixed. We can't edit, we can't change, we can't rename it. Clear? Just we need to follow, that's it. Across the globe, the transaction codes are standard. The transaction codes are standard. If anyone across the globe, China or Japan, anywhere, okay, then these transaction codes you will find across the globe, same transaction code. If you want to enter GL document entry, then they need to use FB50 only. FB50. Okay. Okay. And one more thing. Anything which starts with transaction code or report starts with Z or Y. Z or Y. Any transaction code which starts with Z or Z, we call it as a Z, and Y. Okay, these are nothing but user defined transaction codes, user defined or user defined reports. User defined reports. Understood? So if any transaction starts with Z, okay, or Y, then that is nothing but user-defined transaction codes, or any report which starts with Z or Y, then that is considered as a user-defined reports. No any other letter they will take, only either they will take Z or Y. Z in the sense across the globe it is applicable. If for example, Apple company is there. Apple company. Okay, across the globe it is there. Okay, and they don't want to follow. For example, there is a payment transaction in SAP. Okay, normally we use F110, correct? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? Standard
Yes,
SAP
Naveen.
Yes.
payment
For
process,
payment
right?
plan.
F110. Normally, I want some specific, Apple needs some sort of special payment methods or some special payment, same automatic payment process. They have some their requirements. So according to that requirement will be given to ABAPer, and ABAPer will generate a new transaction, new application according to the requirement, and that starts with Z, and transaction code would be ZF110, ZF110. Majority companies, their own transaction codes they will create with ZF110 payment, same. But here the options would be little, it will be special requirement of the customer. Understood? So across the globe, Apple company, wherever it is there, so all the companies, the transaction, they want to use ZF110, ZF110. Means, so if, for example, there is a Reliance company, they are using F110. Means F110 is nothing but across the globe, all the companies, not only Reliance, Birla company or Tata Consulting or any company is using following the same transaction code. Okay, the requirement is not specific, but here Apple have some specific requirement in a payment process, and they have given instruction to consultant, and consultant has passed that particular message to ABAPer, and ABAPer has customized that transaction according to the client requirement, and that transaction code as renamed as F110 to ZF110. So across across the global, wherever Apple company is there, they are going to use ZF110, their own transaction code. Is this clear? And what do you mean by Y transaction code? Y is nothing but this is across the globe. The customer requirement across the globe. Okay. So here across the globe. And next one we have Y, as I said that. For example, Y. Apple is having in India, and same time in India, Dubai, right? Next one in Malaysia. Okay, and they are using SAP across the globe, but in these three countries, the payment process is different. Okay, and the other countries, rest of the countries, wherever Apple company is there, over there the payment process is different. Okay, then for these three countries again they will request, okay, they will ask the customize the transaction, and this is considered as an Y110. YF110. Why in the sense it is only one particular region it is affecting, right? And rest other countries, apart from these three countries, I'm taking example, apart from these three countries, other countries have their own customized transaction only, that is ZF110. Understood? So this is across the globe, Z. Customized reports, customized transaction, but they are using across the globe same. Then that starts with Z. And but here they have a different, one particular region, they have a different payment process, and other particular regions, they have a different payment process. Then if it is a region specific, then it will start with Y. Understood, everyone? Any questions here? Any report which starts with Z or any report which starts with Y, then it is nothing but customized report or customized transaction code. Yeah, any other questions from anyone?
No, sir.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. And most of the transaction, normal SAP standard transaction, as last time also I have explained, most of the transactions, finance related transactions, which starts with F. Most of the finance related, I'm not saying all, I'm saying most. Most of the transactions, finance related transactions will start with F. And most of the material management module transaction starts with M. Clear? Most. Again, I'm not saying all, I'm saying most of the transactions, at least 95% transaction codes starts with M. Clear? So you can say that F and M material transactions will start with M. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here, as I said that most of the FI transaction starts with F and MM transactions will start with M. Okay. And SD transaction starts with S. Sorry, it's a V. SD transaction starts with a V. Okay, like this. So most of the transactions will start like this. Okay. And through navigation path, we are connecting to AP posting. For example, if you won't remember the navigation, if I'm not remember, I don't remember the navigation part. If I don't remember the navigation part, then what I have to do? What I have to do? Okay. And I remember the transaction code. And this particular area, we call it as an, okay. And instead of transaction code, how we can go? Here we can write FB50. This is called command area or command field. So you can write here, apart from navigation, you can write or use transaction code or use transaction code FB50. Use transaction code FB50. FB50. FB50 in the command field. So this is called command field. So type FB50. FB50. Okay. Press enter. So it will take directly, to FB50 application. Fine. Okay. Interacting the documentation or navigation. Okay. So total, how many transaction codes are there? How
More
many
than
transactions?
65,000.
More than 65,000. So is it possible to remember the navigation or transaction codes? Is it possible?
No.
It's not possible. It's not possible. Okay. We can't remember the transaction codes. Okay. As I said that only in finance, we have more than 1800 transaction codes. And is it possible? Okay, ours is finance module. And as I said that I'm saying at least 2000 transaction or more than 2000 transaction codes. So is it possible to remember all the transaction codes?
No, sir.
Navigation?
No,
Yeah, that is also not possible, correct?
yes.
Okay. So what we can do is we can add whatever regular transactions we use. Okay. These are SAP standard menu and this is nothing but favorites, user defined menu. The SAP menus are divided into two parts. One is SAP standard menu and next one is SAP user defined menu. Okay. So here SAP menu, standard menu, we can't edit, we can't delete, we can't move up and down. For example, you can see here accounting. I'm going again, financial accounting. Okay. General ledger accounting, document entry, right? I want to move this F-05 to up. We can't do it. And if I want to delete, also right click, there is no option called delete option. Understood? We can't edit it. We can't delete it. We can't move up and down. We can't do anything. Just we can view and we can work on this. Okay. This is called SAP standard menu. SAP standard menu. And as I said that we can't remember all the transaction codes, right? So what we can do is we can maintain our own menu. We can maintain our own user defined menu. Means out of 2000 transactions in FI, probably we use 10 transactions on a regular basis. And 5 transactions we use on a monthly, any month end. Month end we use 5 additional transactions, and on year end we use 2 additional transactions, right? Regularly we are using 10 transactions. Every day we use 10 transactions. Okay, that probably we can remember, but because we are using every day. And on month end probably we are using another 3 additional transaction codes. So only occasionally on month end only we use that transaction codes. So sometimes we may remember and sometimes we may not, right? And few transactions are there which we use on year end activity, for year end activity. So only on year end 31st March, okay, or on that particular day only we use those transaction codes. So almost if we are using on 31st March this 2023, again we use on 31st March 2024. So 1 year. So for 3 to 4 transactions we use. So occasionally we are using those transaction codes. Probably sometimes we won't remember those transaction codes which we are using occasionally. Correct. Even though we are using hardly 15 transactions, out of 15 transactions, we are using 10 transactions on a daily basis, 2 to 3 transactions on a monthly basis, and 2 to 3 transactions on yearly basis. Right? So those monthly basis and yearly basis, whatever transaction codes we are using, so at that particular point of time, we may not recollect what is the transaction code we are using it. So to overcome that difficulty, what we can, and we won't remember the navigation also occasionally, whatever we are using. So for that, what we are going to do is SAP has provided, we can create our own standard menu. We can create our own user defined menu, not standard, user defined menu. Is this clear? Okay. So those transactions, we can add it to favorites. So it's not required to remember every time. So if you add it, just go to your favorites and we can double click on that. Okay. So I'll show you how to create favorites. Okay. Okay. We are a person as an end user. As an end user, we are working as a GL person, GL end user person. So probably we are using 10 to 15 transactions or 20 transactions. Right? I don't want AP transactions. I don't want AR transactions to be remembered, asset accounting transactions to be remembered. Right? So what we will do, whatever transactions we are going to use, that we can add to favorites. Or I'm working on banking module. So in banking module, again, 10 transactions I'll use every day. So I don't want to remember the GL and other transactions. So we can add it to favorites. Clear?
Yes.
Sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So the regular transactions we can add into favorites. And these modules, whatever favorites we are, that is, as I said, that user defined. So that can be edit, that can be delete, that can be moved from up and down. I'll show you that. Okay. So write down. So here, see here, open folder, insert folder, insert transaction, art. Okay. So here, so what is the difference between? Write down first step, how to create. Next step, write down how to create folders in. First step, how to create folders in favorites menu. How to create folders in favorites menu. How to create folders in favorites menu. Write down this. How to create folders in favorites menu. Okay. How to create folders in favorites menu. Write down. Write down first one. There are different ways are there. First, I'll write it down. Place the cursor on favorites menu. First method, place the cursor on favorites menu. Okay, from select favorites menu. Okay, favorites menu. From favorites menu, select insert folder. Insert folder. Okay, place the cursor on favorite folder, favorites. Okay, favorites folder, and select insert folder from favorites menu. Okay, so here I'll create one voucher posting. Voucher posting. I'm creating one folder under favorites called voucher posting. Okay, so click on OK button. This is called OK or continue button. Okay, click on continue. You can see. So we have created folder. Okay, place the cursor on favorites again. Place the cursor on favorites. So one more folder we will create. Place the cursor on favorites. So this is another method. So instead of going to menu, here we went like this, favorites and insert folder, right? So this is one method. Or place the cursor on favorites menu and right click with your mouse. Right click with your mouse and select here insert folder. Insert folder. Two ways we can create it. Insert folder. Insert folder. Insert folder. Next one. So here I'll give the folder name as an information system. I'm giving folder name as an information system. Okay. So first we can go with the favorites menu, or we can right click and we can create the folder. Okay. Voucher, we have created our favorite voucher posting folder. Okay. Voucher posting separately, and we have created a folder, and information system separately. So here what I want, this folder. Okay, this folder I want first, and information system folder bottom. First I want voucher posting in the favorites, and after that information system I want. So like drag and drop, like Excel, Word. So here drag and drop. Okay, so folder option, how to sort of folders in favorites. So we need to use drag and drop, you know that with the mouse, right? So just select and put in for favorites. See here, you can see voucher posting. Okay, to sort favorite folders in favorites, so use drag and drop, but which is not possible in standard SAP menu. Okay, which is not possible. See here, I want to change here controlling top. It's not possible. It is a standard. Clear? Yes, no? Okay, next one. Create subfolders. Create subfolders. Create subfolders. Okay. Place the cursor on voucher posting. Okay. Place the cursor on voucher posting. Right click. Right click. Insert folder. Insert folder. So same thing what we did. Insert folder. Okay. So here I'll write it as an. So I'll write it as a GL postings. GL postings. GL postings. You can see this GL posting is under voucher posting. Under voucher posting. Clear? If you collapse, you won't see the GL posting. Okay. Next one. Next and right hand. How to add. Next and right hand. How to add transactions in. How to add transactions in favorite folders. How to add transactions in favorite folders. How to add transactions in favorite folders. So place the cursor on GL postings. Place the cursor on GL postings. Right up. Place the cursor on GL postings. and select insert transaction. Select insert transactions from favorite menu, from favorites menu. Okay. From favorites menu, select insert transaction. From favorites menu, select insert transaction. Okay. Insert transaction. Insert transaction. For example, what is the GL posting transaction code? What is the GL posting transaction code? Just now we said
FB50.
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 Yeah. So here I'm giving FB50. FB50. I'm not giving any description. You can see here I'm giving the transaction code FB50. That is SAP standard one. Okay. Transaction code FB50 and click on continue button. Click on continue button. You can see here FB50 transaction code, and it is clearly copying the description also. Single screen. Okay. Next one. One more transaction we will create. Okay. Place the cursor on GL postings. Select. Place the cursor on GL postings and right click and select insert transactions. Select insert transaction. Select insert transaction. Select insert transaction. Okay, two ways, same with the menu and with the right click. So here I am creating one incoming payment. Okay, F dash. You need not to remember now these transactions. Just I'm showing how to create a favorites. That's it. F dash 06. So post incoming payments. Post incoming payments. Okay. Place the cursor in GL postings. Place the cursor in GL posting. One more transaction I want to add. So right click, select insert transaction, select insert transaction, select insert transaction. So I'm creating one more transaction code F-07 outgoing payment, GL outgoing payment. You can see. Okay. GL outgoing, post outgoing payments. Fine. Any number of transaction code we can add. Okay. Any transaction code, any number of transaction code we can create under one particular folder. See here, for example, if you double click on FB50, right, then automatically it will take you to this particular screen. You need not to remember the transaction code, nor you need not to remember the path. Directly you can go to your favorite folders and we can do it. Okay. Log on to the system, automatically your favorites will be displayed and you can try it. Similarly, okay, for example, we have reports, general ledger, accounts. We have some reports, standard reports, SAP GL standard reports. How to add, write down next step, how to add standard SAP menu transactions, how to add standard SAP transactions into favorites or to favorites. Okay, so go to these reports. Don't remember this. Same thing, you can go whatever we did, right? Path SAP menu, accounting. So just right click. Okay, select this FBL3N. Select this FBL3N. FBL3N. Select FBL3N. Okay. Select FBL3N. So drag and drop it. Simple. Okay. So drag and drop into information system. So just put the cursor on the bottom. Just put the cursor on this one. So here you can place it. That's it. See here.
I just have a question here. Like as you have said, like we cannot move anything or we cannot couple
We are not
any.
replacing, right?
Right.
The standard, which is not, we are not disturbing anything in the standard. It will be there as it is.
Okay.
We're not disturbing
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Now I'll do one more drag and drop. So FAGLB03. Okay. FAGLB03. We are not moving, just we are copying it and paste on information system. So we can do same thing, add folder or add transaction, any number we can do it. And other way we can do it. One more way we can do it. For example, the same report, FAGLL03, right click, add to favorites, add to favorites. So this is one option, add to favorites. But what is the problem with this in the sense, add to favorites? What we are selecting, FAGLL03. This is a report. See here. What is happening? It is creating under favorites. Under favorites. See here. See here.
Okay. In that case, it is not going to the respective folder.
Respective folders. Okay. So for that, what again we need to do? We need to just select and move it to respective folder. Is this clear? Okay. It's not adding to subfolder. It is adding separately under favorites menu. Now, just from there, we can drag and drop. We can create a folders. We can subfolders. We can under subfolders, we can add transaction codes. Fine, everyone. So we can design our own favorites menu. We can design our own. And now, right now. So I don't want to see this SAP menu now. Okay, 1 second. So here, this is my favorites menu, right? I want only favorites menu to be displayed here. I want my only favorites menu need to be displayed here. I don't want to see the SAP standard menu, right? Next one, write down. Next step, write down how to deactivate SAP standard menu. We are not deleting it. Just only we want to hide this SAP menu. Okay. So just write it down. How to hide or deactivate. How to hide or deactivate SAP standard menu. SAP standard menu. Okay. Go to set extras. Go to extras. Go to extras. Select settings. Select from extras menu, select settings. Okay. There are different options are there. Different options are there. Okay. Okay. So here, second option, you can see, do not display menu, only display favorites. Do not display menu, only display favorites. So select that checkbox. Select that checkbox. Okay. Select that checkbox. Now click on OK button. Click on OK button. Now you can see. You can see Only your menu, your favorites menu. That's it. You don't have SAP standard menu here. Understood? If you want to again activate, then same option. Go to extras. If you want to reactivate again, go to extras menu, select settings and uncheck do not display. Okay, do not display menu and click on OK button. You can see SAP standard menu, you can able to see. Okay, and any questions still here? How to activate and deactivate SAP standard menu? Yes.
No, sir, it's fine.
It's very. And next one, every transactions we have a transaction codes. Correct? We have a transaction codes in standard menu or whatever user defined menu. Okay. So I want to, sometimes you want to find transaction codes. You won't find some transaction codes, or how to deactivate the transaction codes, how to deactivate transaction codes for application, how to deactivate transaction codes for application. So select extras menu, same, from extras menu, select settings. So here you can see display technical names. Uncheck this. Uncheck display technical names or remove the checkbox display technical names. Okay, I remove the checkbox display technical names. So click on OK button. Now you can see no transaction codes. Here also you won't find. Standard menu also it will be deactivated. You can see. Okay. So again we want to activate. Then go to extras, settings, and click on display technical names. You can see now. Okay. Any questions here? Any questions? So here,
No.
yeah, any transaction in favorites, any transaction, as I said that we can move it. For example, I want FB50 should be on the top, and after that F-06, and after that F-07. Then we can move. See here, GL FB50 first, the next F-06. F-06, F-07. So what we can do, we can move the user defined folders. We can move user defined transaction codes according to our required order. Clear? Any questions here? So is it possible in standard SAP menu? Okay. Next one. Next one. So this is called one session or one application. One session or one application. Clear? Next one, writer. How to create a session. It's how to create a session. How to create a session. And one more thing, if I want to display here, picture is there, right? One picture. Normally, how to display a picture, I'll show you. Same. go to extras menu, go to settings, okay, select the checkbox, do not display picture, click on OK. Okay, so here again, extras, settings, display. Actually here, see here, this is a picture, SAP demo system. Okay, so I don't want to see, then this shows this is a training version. This picture shows it's a nothing but we are working under a training version. So if you don't want to see that, then go to settings, do not display the picture. Okay, now I want, see here, SAP menu is showing on the top and favorites are showing on the bottom. But I want my favorites menu should be shown on the top and SAP standard menu should be on the bottom. Then what we can do, go to extras, settings. Okay, see here, display favorites at the end of the list we have selected. So uncheck this. So it will show on the top. Your favorites will be shown on the top. Now you can see favorites on the top and SAP menu is on the bottom. Is this clear? These are simple. Majority people knows about it, but still I'm reiterating. Okay. Clear? So this is nothing but one window or one application or one session. We call it as an. How many sessions we have opened? Here you can see how many sessions are open.
One session.
Only one session, right? So write down first. Okay, how to create a sessions. Okay, creation of a session. Okay, so different ways we can select. 1 second. Okay, so how we can do? So go to select system menu, select new GUI window, control plus N, shortcut key, control with your keyboard. Instead of going to SAP menu, you can directly go to press control N. Okay, control N. You can see. So here, how many applications are opened? How many applications are open? Two applications. Okay, and one more we have. And next one, second method. Okay. Okay. Or, okay, one more method. Or, click on, see here, this is create new session. Either you can go with the system, new GUI, or we can go with the new session. Create new session. SAP standard toolbar. See, one session is open. Earlier it was one. After that we have opened new two, and this is a third session. You can see here, 3 sessions are opened. 3 sessions are opened. Third session is opened. Session 1, session 2, or session 3. Okay, 3 windows are opened. Or write down one more way. Okay, one more field. So here in the command field, if I want to open /O. Okay, /O, /O. So instead of going menu or going with the standard toolbar, so type here /O. So fourth session will be created. It is showing already 3 sessions are opened. Okay, so click on OK button, or click on generate button. Okay, one more session is opened. See here, click on generate button. So total 4 sessions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sessions are opened. Okay. Any questions here? Okay. So total 4 session 1, session 2, session 3, and session 4. 4 sessions are created. Okay. So like this, we can create up to, okay, we can create 5th session, okay, and 6th session. 6th session. Okay, how many sessions we have opened now? How many sessions?
6.
6. And if I want to open one more session, then it will throw an error message that it will show an error message. Maximum number of SAP GUI sessions are created.
We can open
Or
maximum
reached.
6 only.
Sorry?
Maximum 6 only we can
6 only we can open in ECC. In ECC environment, we can open only 6 sessions we can open. Write down this message. Okay, we can create maximum 6 sessions. We can create maximum 6 sessions in SAP ECC. Okay. And I'll show you like in S4HANA how many we can open. Right now, just remember in ECC environment, we can open maximum 6 sessions. Fine, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Next one. Okay, next one. New sessions we have done. Okay, any question I was expecting? Why it is SAP is able to open at a time 6 sessions, why not more than that? It can open 200 sessions, 300 sessions in ACC, right? Why it's not allowing us to create more than 6? Yes. Why only 6? Okay, any question, any answer for that?
No, sir, we don't know.
So what is the reason behind that is, for example, whenever I am using a new session, okay, for example, FB50, okay, okay, so what happens? What happens if I am opening FB50 in this particular transaction, in this application? So FB50 related programs will be run in the backend. FB related program, whatever program Mavapar has written, that will be, we are just doing FB50 and we are typing it, pressing it. In the backend, the maximum process, the program will run in the backend. So if I open number of sessions and number of transactions, then what happens? It will process in the background number of programs. So what happens if I'm using majority transactions? What happens is the system response time will get decreased. The backend process, it will run very slow. So to overcome that difficulty, what SAP has done is SAP has restricted, okay, to reach, we can open up to 6 sessions. This is in ECC environment, but in S4HANA environment, we can open any number of sessions. Why? Because that will work under, not on a data hard disk. ECC environment will work on a hard disk. Okay, but whereas S4HANA will work on a RAM. So a RAM will be 1,000 times or 10,000 times faster than your hard disk. I'll explain what is the difference between S4HANA, HANA and this ECC environment. We have one special session on ECC. Why that much is faster? Clear? So because of that, in S4HANA, we can open any number of sessions and any number of transactions because the backup speed, okay, the processing speed is very much higher. That is the reason HANA, what do you mean by HANA? High performance analytical appliance, we call it as an, because it will work on a RAM, not on hard disk. Is that clear? So that to overcome that difficulty, what SAP ECC has done is only it is allow us to have extension up to 6 sessions. But we can't go because if we go ahead, we create one more session, SAP provides, then what happens is the backup programming response time will get decreased. But this is not applicable for S4HANA. We can have any number of sessions. There is no restrictions. Is that clear? Any questions? Yes, no?
No.
Okay. So the process, we know that the presentation window to database. Next one, right? And how to close a session. How to close a session. How to close? We have opened 6 applications or 6 sessions or 6 windows. So how to open, how to close a session. You know, but still I am reiterating different ways. Okay. Go to systems menu. Systems menu. From systems menu, select close GUI menu window. From system menu, select close GUI window. Close GUI window. So how many are open here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Now I am closing this. Okay. System menu, close GUI. Now you can see how many are open. 1,
We can
2,
see.
3, 4, and 5. Okay. So this is one way we can close it. Or another way, type, okay, /i. And as I said earlier also, command field, it's a case insensitive. Either you can type upper cases or a lower cases. Clear? It's not required that you need to type in uppercase or you need to type in a lowercase. Anything it will accept. Okay. So just write it down. /i. How many sessions are open?
5.
5. Now /i. It will close the current session. You can see now. Earlier it was 4, 5. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So one more. So Windows close. Windows button close. Okay, this is Windows session. So like Windows, how we are close? So this mark will close it. So you can see here. So you can see 2, 3, sorry. Okay. Next one, write down. How to open. Write down how to open. I'll show you the few more transactions, but still meanwhile, how to open new application. How to open new application, existing application. How to open new application from existing application. So for example, now we are in FB50. Means we are entered into new application. Okay. So how to open in the sense? So we have some syntax here. Syntax. Okay. So how to open? /o. We need to give /o. Okay. And transaction code. transaction code. Transaction code. Write it on this /o and transaction code. So how many sessions are opened here? 3 sessions, right? Just write it down as it is. For example, I want to open outgoing payment from FB50. Now we are in FB50. We are in FB50. You can see a transaction code FB50. I want to keep as it is, and I want to open another session with F-07. So how we will write? How we are going to write in the sense? So for example, /o F-07. Okay. /o F-07. And remember, so what is the application is opened in this particular screen session?
FB50.
FB50. And what is the application is open in this particular screen?
Nothing.
Nothing. So whenever you see, this is called first screen. So whenever we are using first screen, then directly we can type the transaction code here. Okay. Directly we can type transaction code here as, for example, F-06. Directly we can open if it is the first screen. So without giving /o or something, we can directly type F-06. Clear? So it will take us to next application. But now we are into which application? We are into which application here?
FB50.
FB50. So we are in some other application. Okay. And we want to open another application by keeping same. Then if you type here F-07, then it won't accept. F-07, it won't open F-07. Okay. Why? Because already we are in another application. Okay. For that, what we need to do, I want to keep this as it is, and I want to open another session /o. We need to give /o. /o stands for open a new session. Okay. Open a new session /o F-07. /o F, no space, /o F-07. You can see. Okay. You can see here FB50 as it is there, and it is opened new session. Understood? If it is, we are in first screen, okay, then it's not required to give /o. Directly we can give any transaction code where we want to go. Like same thing, F-06. No /o, F-06. Understood? Anyone have a questions on this?
No.
Okay. So next one. So in empty screen, directly we can open. Okay. Fine. Next one. Okay. /o will create a new session with new application. Okay. /o will create a new session with new application. Okay. Next one. Next one, write down. Write it down. Next one. Write down. One more thing, you write it down. Without closing, with, okay, sorry. Syntax. I'll first write syntax. Syntax. /n. /n transaction code. /n transaction code. So what is the /n will do is, What is /o will do?
Open new session.
Open new session with the new application, correct?
Yes.
Right? But what /n will do?
Close
/n,
existing one and open.
yeah, exactly. It will close existing one. On that only, it will open a new application. So for example, you can see how many sessions are opened here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I'm closing one session. For example, I'll close one session, post outgoing payment. Okay. Now I'm in which application? I'm in which application?
FB50.
FB50. So I want to close this FB50. On that only, I want to open F-07. Okay. So how to write? Example /n F-06. Okay. /n F-06. /n F-. So here you can give space also, not an issue. /n F-06. F-06. So what happens? This particular application will be closed FB50, and on that only it will open F-06. See here. You won't find FB50. You won't find FB50 here. So uppercase, lowercase with space. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. Next one, right done. How to log off SAP system? 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 Okay, first method, select system menu. Select system menu. From the system menu, select log off option. Select log off option. Select log off option. From system menu, select log off option. Okay.
So, it will only logged off the one session, or it will log off
It will close
whole
everything.
session?
Everything.
Okay.
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 So it will throw a message. It will throw a message whenever we select a log off. It will show unsaved data will be lost. Same thing, your Word, Excel. If you close it, it will ask whether you want to save it or not. In the same way, even this is also asking. Unsaved data will be lost. Do you want to logged off? Okay, write down this message. Okay, I want to click on yes. So already 3 sessions are open. If you click on yes, then you can see complete SAP is closed. Complete SAP is logged off. Okay, again I am logging in. Again I am logging in. Okay. Okay, so for example, I'm opening. So this is one way. How many I have opened? How many I have opened? 4. So one more. Okay, so another way to log off. So log off. Example. So /n NEND. NEND. So this is also log off. Write down with the command field. In the command field, type NEND. Whatever screens you have opened. Okay, NEND. So if you type here /NEND /NEND. Okay. It will also showing the same message. If you want to log off, / on yes. And if you don't want to log on, click on no. Okay, I'm taking no. So, and one more session is there. This is also a dangerous one I can call. So here, so what is the NEND, and we have /NEX exit. Okay, so what is the difference between /NEND or /close? Whenever you say /NEX, the system will log off, but it will not show a warning message. The data you want to save it or not, it will not show. So here you can see, here 4 sessions are opened. Here 4 sessions are open. Okay, so if you type, you know that if we are in system, okay, close GUI window, it will ask for a message. It is not a close, right? I said, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, if you click on log off, it will ask for this particular message. Same thing, /NEND, it will also ask for a message. But when you say /NEX, here 3 sessions are there here, /NEX. Directly, if you press enter, it will not ask any message. Directly, it will logged off. If any unsaved data is there, that will close. Is that clear? You have done, for example, what you have done is you have posting one document and there is 1000 line items are there or 100 line items are there. You've done data entry. Okay, instead of save, what you did is before saving itself, you type /NEX. So all the sessions will be closed and this everything, it will be logged off from your SAP. Clear? The difference between /NEND and /NEX. Any questions here? Okay. Any questions here?
Sir. It's fine now, sir.
Clear? I know you people know about this, but still, I'm reiterating for everybody's benefit. So how to open a session, how to enter into new session, how to favorites to add, clear? And how to log off. Anyone have a questions on this? Anyone have a questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So here, what we will do is the most important field attributes. Field attributes. What are the characters of each and any screen? Every screen, we have few fields. We have few fields. Okay, like I'll show you. I'll log in once again. Write down, put a heading as an field attributes. Field attributes. It's very important. Field attributes. Any screen, we will have these common attributes. Okay. Field attributes. In SAP, any screen. Okay. Put a heading as in field attributes. Field attributes within the bracket, write down application. Field attributes or application. Within the bracket, write down application. Okay, this is one application. F-07 outgoing payment. Okay, so we have so many fields, right? Right, so many fields are there in this particular screen, right? And we have different attributes for each field. You can see some is showing it as an right tick mark on the top right side, okay, top left side. Okay, so we have a different attributes for each field. Okay, so first let's go with the text field. Let's go with the text field. So we have one field, definitely we will have text field. Write down text field. Text field. So I have explained here. So write down text field. Write down text field. Write down text field is an optional field. Text field is an optional field. Text field is an optional field. We may enter any value. We may enter any value. We may enter any value with numeric values. With numeric values. With numeric values. Or alphanumeric values. Or alphanumeric values. Or alphanumeric values. Or we can leave it blank. Or we can leave it blank. Okay. Or we can leave it blank. So these all are text fields. Okay. This is one text field. This is one text field. This is one text field. This is one. So in this, we can enter any value. Value in the sense it contains a character or a number or anything. Value in the sense. Okay. Value means it's not only a number. It contains a number. It may contain an alphabet or it contains alphanumeric also. Okay. So next one. Required field. Required field. Or mandatory field. Required field or mandatory field. Required field or a mandatory field. Okay. So you can see here a tick mark. On the top left side, you can find the tick marks. You are able to see in this particular fields. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So these are nothing but a required fields or a mandatory field. So here you can see one tick mark, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do you mean by, which means it's a mandatory field. Write down mandatory field, which contains, okay, which contains top left side mandatory field, which contains top right side a tick mark. Okay, a tick mark which indicates it is a mandatory field. It indicates which is a mandatory field for the application, which is mandatory for the application. And we must specify the value. And we must specify the value. We must specify the value. Okay, we must specify the value from SAP delivered list. From SAP delivered list. From SAP delivered list. Or user defined list. Or user defined list. Okay, SAP defined list or user defined list. Okay, which is a mandatory field. Remember that. So here you need to mention date, mandatory, right? Date format SAP standard provided, right? Account numbers, right? Which is user defined. Company code, alphanumeric or a numeric, right? Understood. So right mark is a mandatory field. Without giving the data, we can't move forward. We can't save the application. Next one, drop down fields. Next fields, drop down fields. Date fields, we have a lot of big session. I'll cover that. Next one, drop down fields. Drop down fields. Drop down fields. So here you can see these are drop down fields. See here we have a search button or a details button. Okay, the fields, drop down fields, the field which contains the details option. This is called details option. The details option, and that field is considered as drop down field. So you can see number of options here we have. Number of options. So we can select our required. Write down, press F4, press F4, press F4 in drop down list. So you can select here from your keyboard, press F4, and it will show you the list. Okay, press F4 from the drop down list. Press F4 in drop down list or drop down field. Press F4 in drop down field. And select required value. And select required value. Select required value. Select required value from drop down list. From the drop down list. Okay. Okay. What is this field? What is this field?
Reference.
Sorry, this one.
Optional.
What do you mean by that? Text field.
Text field, sir.
And what is this?
That is the mandatory field.
Mandatory
which
field,
we need to
right? And what is this?
fill. Search
Drop-down
field, like
fields.
from where we need.
Drop down field,
Yes.
correct? So this is a drop down field. Next one. Next one. Okay, select the required file from the drop down list. Okay, so here also you can press F4. So any field we can select. Okay, same thing F4. So you can see here. Next one. Next one select, and next one write down radio buttons. Radio buttons. Heading radio buttons. So here radio buttons. Heading radio buttons. Okay. In radio buttons. In radio buttons. Okay. Whenever in radio buttons, we can select one option at a time. We can select only one option at a time. We can select one option at a time. Okay. If I want to generate a report with none, you can select none. If I want to go with the none amount, we can select only amount. You can't select both at a time. Okay. Document number, posting date, turning area, others. So I would like to go for none. Okay. Right. Out of the radio buttons option out of the available radio buttons option, okay, we can select only one option. We can select only one option. Hope you understood this. Yes, no. So what are these options called? Fields called radio button fields. Now you know what do you mean by text field? What do you mean by mandatory field? What do you mean by drop down? Okay. Any questions? This is the characteristics of a radio button. Only one we can select. Next one. Next write down. Next field. Checkbox field. Checkboxes field. Checkboxes. Checkboxes field. Checkboxes field. Okay. So yeah, this is a checkbox, this is a checkbox, this is a checkbox, this is a checkbox, this is a checkbox. Okay. distribute by age, automatic search, invoice summary. So how we want a variant to be selected here, that it will show. So write down check boxes. We can select one checkbox. We can select one checkbox or all the checkboxes, or none. Okay, so we can select all the checkboxes. Okay, all the checkboxes or one checkbox, or none. Okay, so we can select according to our requirement. We can select one checkbox, we can select two checkboxes, or we can select all, or we can select none. Okay, so these are called check boxes. Understood? Now you understood what are the fields we have,
Yes.
right? So here now you understood, right? What is this option, this field? This field?
Mandatory.
Mandatory, right? And this is?
Text, I mean like optional field.
This is this one.
This one drop down field.
Drop down, right? And this is radio
Oh.
button fields. And these
Right.
are the checkbox fields. And we are left with one more date field. Okay. So date field, what I'll do is I'll cover tomorrow session. It's very important date field. So we have a different dates, right? Posting date, document date, right? Translation date, system date. Okay. So different dates we have, right?
So can you explain once again radio fields?
Yeah, radio buttons, right?
Yes.
Yeah, radio buttons, what we can do, we can select only one option, one radio button at a time. We can't select all at a time. If you select one, the other one will be deactivated.
What is the user?
Use in the sense, for example, I want to generate a report or something through posting date, not with amount, not with document number, not with none. Then I'll select posting date and I'll generate a report. Or sometimes I want to see the amount, total amount value. How much liability is there, total liability. Then I'll select amount option. Clear? So dunning area, what are my dunning areas? How many levels of dunnings I have done? So I want to check this. Clear? Yeah. Any questions here? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So what we will do is date part we will see in tomorrow session. And so once we are done with the date, then we will start with the general configuration settings. Clear? So again, I'm reiterating, Monday, I'll give all the whoever has paid for them, I'll give the server access. Fine all.
Sir, and also share the last class recording and
I'll share it by tomorrow without fail. As I said, morning also. Tomorrow I'll share it. All the whatever sessions are pending, today's, tomorrow's, and whatever pending session.
okay,
All the
sir.
3 sessions I'll share it by tomorrow EOD. Is that fine?
And also rest of the material.
Material, whatever we do, till that I'll share it. Because I have do the lot of changes in the material part. So that's the reason I won't share all together at a time.
Okay.
Hope you got my point.
Because we have earlier received till 50 or 45 pages.
That's what. Now still we are in 32 page itself.
Yes.
Okay, because another configuration material, why I'm not sharing as a postmortem in the sense, lot of changes we will do actually. So every batch, probably that would be not the same material. If I give you that material, probably you will depend on that material. Whatever changes I'll do it, if I won't share it, then that would be a problem for you people at the time of practice. Clear?
Yes.
If I share a lot of materials, then you will end up with the confusion. Which
Yes.
material need to be followed? Batch wise, I'll share the materials.
Okay. Got it.
Any other questions from anyone?
I mean, like regarding server installation, I mean, like, do we, I mean, like, will we get any support to
Yeah,
install
definitely.
that in
I'll
our
do that.
laptop?
I'll help you in that.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I'll help you in that how to install and all.
okay, sure.
Any other queries from anyone?
No, sir, it's fine.
Okay. Thank you all. See you in tomorrow's session.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Tomorrow at same 2:30, not 2 o'clock. Tomorrow onwards, we'll continue with the 2:30 session.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.